Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those stories that really gets the blood pumping, especially for us Lions fans. The NFL offseason is always filled with surprises, rumors, and potential game changers, and this year is no different. We've got news that could significantly influence Detroit's defensive strategy for the upcoming season. It's about a veteran who, despite not being signed yet, continues to be a hot topic around the league, Jadeveon Clowney. That's right, the former first overall pick, a guy who's been a disruptive force throughout his career, looks set to finally find his new home, and it's shaping up to be the Detroit Lions. Clowney's story is one of resilience and talent. Last season, with the Carolina Panthers, he posted an impressive 5 sacks, proving that he still has the ability to get to the quarterback and make an impact on the field. But what really stands out is that he managed to generate 25 pressures during the 2024 campaign. For those unfamiliar, pressures are a critical indicator of how often a pass rusher can threaten the quarterback, even if they don't always get the sack. It's a testament to his relentless motor and his ability to disrupt plays, which is exactly what the Lions need on defense. The team has been building a strong culture under coach Dan Campbell, and adding a veteran pass rusher like Clowney could be just what they need to push their defense over the top. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Clowney's reputation has been a bit of a mixed bag over the years. He's never really been a problem off the field, but he's sometimes been viewed as someone who prefers to do his own thing on the field. That independent streak can be a double-edged sword, especially when a team is trying to build a tight, cohesive unit. But here's the thing, Detroit has shown that they're willing to take chances on players with a bit of an edge if they believe it will benefit the team. We saw that last season with Za'Darius Smith, another talented pass rusher who brought a bit of that same independent mentality, and Smith ended up fitting in well, helping to elevate the Lions' pass rush. So why would Clowney be a perfect fit here? For starters, pairing him with Aiden Hutchinson could create one of the most formidable duos on the defensive line in the entire league. Hutchinson has already established himself as a top-tier pass rusher, but adding Clowney could take some of the pressure off him, allowing him to focus on getting after the quarterback without having to carry the entire load. Clowney's presence would give Detroit more flexibility in their pass-rushing packages, giving defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn more options to throw at opposing offenses. Imagine the possibilities, Clowney lining up on one side, Hutchinson on the other, and maybe even rotating with other players to keep offenses guessing. It's a scenario that could really unlock the potential of Detroit's defense. But of course, nothing is ever that simple in the NFL. One of the biggest hurdles here is Detroit's strong culture. Over the past few years, the Lions have been meticulous about building a team with the right mindset, work ethic, and chemistry. Clowney's reputation as an independent player could raise some eyebrows within that locker room. The Lions are very deliberate about their team-building process, making sure every piece fits their culture and philosophy. This is something to watch closely, whether Clowney is willing to buy into the Lions' system and team-first mentality. If he does, he could be an invaluable addition, providing veteran leadership and pass-rushing prowess that could be instrumental in close games. And let's not forget about the financial aspect. Clowney was released by the Panthers, but interestingly, Carolina still owes him guaranteed money from his previous contract. That financial situation might influence his decision this offseason, perhaps making him more open to signing a deal that's not the biggest payday, but offers him a chance to compete for a championship with a team that's on the rise. The Lions, with their Super Bowl window wide open, are precisely that kind of team. They're not rebuilding, they're reloading, and they're aiming for the highest goals. Clowney, with his experience and pass-rushing skills, could be the piece that pushes Detroit even further into contention. Now, some of you might wonder about the specifics. How exactly could Clowney fit into the Lions' defensive scheme? Well, Dan Campbell's approach is all about toughness, physicality, and relentless effort. Clowney embodies those qualities. His ability to set the edge against the run and rush the passer would complement Hutchinson's skill set perfectly. Plus, with Clowney's ability to be used as a designated pass rusher in sub-packages, he can be rotated in and out, keeping him fresh for critical moments. That kind of versatility is exactly what the Lions need as they look to contend deep into the playoffs. One thing that's notable is that Clowney has shown he can still be productive even at this stage of his career. His 5.5 sacks last year with the Panthers prove he's not just a bench player, he's a difference maker when used correctly. And in Detroit, he wouldn't have to carry the entire burden on his shoulders. Instead, he could be part of a well-rounded, aggressive defensive front that can adapt to different offensive strategies. That's the kind of defense that can really give quarterbacks nightmares, especially in big games. Looking at the broader picture, Detroit's defense has been steadily improving over the past couple of seasons. The team has invested heavily in the front seven, and players like Hutchinson have already shown they can be game changers. Adding Clowney could be the final piece that makes this unit elite. It's about creating a balanced attack, getting after the quarterback, stopping the run, and forcing turnovers. Clowney's experience and skill set a line perfectly with this vision. If he indeed signs with Detroit, it would send a clear message. The Lions are serious about contending, and they're willing to bring in veteran talent to push them over the edge. Now, let's talk about what this means for the NFC North. The division has been competitive, with the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and Chicago Bears all vying for supremacy. But Detroit, with their aggressive roster moves and strategic additions like Clowney, are positioning themselves as the team to beat. They're not just trying to be playoff contenders. They want to dominate this division and make a real splash in the postseason. Clowney's addition could be that spark that propels them into that next level, making them a nightmare for divisional rivals who are already trying to prepare for Hutchinson and the rest of the defense. And in terms of season expectations, everyone is talking about how Detroit's offense is already a powerhouse with Jared Goff leading the charge. Now, with the potential addition of Clowney, the defense becomes even more formidable. That balance, an explosive offense paired with a disruptive defense, could be the perfect recipe for a deep playoff run. Fans are already dreaming of another Super Bowl appearance, and this move could very well be the catalyst. It's all about maximizing the talent and pushing every advantage to the limit, and Clowney's addition fits that mold perfectly. Of course, the offseason is always filled with uncertainties, but for Lions fans, the idea that Clowney could be donning Honolulu blue and silver is incredibly exciting. His veteran presence and pass-rushing ability could be the difference in close games and critical moments. It's about building a team that can sustain success year after year, and adding someone like Clowney, who's been to the playoffs and understands what it takes to compete at the highest level, aligns perfectly with Detroit's goals. So, as we await official confirmation, it's safe to say that this potential signing is one of the biggest stories in the NFL right now, and for us Lions fans, it's an exciting glimpse into what the future could hold. We've seen the team make smart moves, develop young talent, and now they're looking to add that veteran edge that could put them over the top. Clowney's fit in Detroit might just be the final piece in their puzzle, a move that could help secure a division title, a deep playoff run, and maybe, just maybe, another shot at the Super Bowl. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Clowney is the missing piece for Detroit's defense? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him rush the passer in a Lions uniform? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. This is an exciting time for us, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Let's keep the passion alive, Lions fans, because the best is yet to come.